Okay, welcome to the video. Purpose of the video today is to show you different kinds of O-gauge model railroad track and to compare them. I've got 5 or 6 brands here and we'll go through them all, and also to show the modeling possibilities when the center rail is removed and you go ahead and paint the ties and rails to have a nice realistic look. So I should point out that I have removed the center rail on all of these pieces of track. I'm going to start with the older models here. Gargraves has been on the market a long time, has the plastic or wood ties. It's considered extremely reliable and widely used for a long time before the more modern pieces came out, which we'll be seeing in a minute. Here we have Ross Custom Switches track. This track is wooden ties and they have little spikes going into each tie, and I've painted the rails and ties here as well. It's very similar to Gargraves, has a little taller profile, it's a little bit heavier. And then thirdly we have MTH Reel Tracks, which has the plastic road bed built into it, and when you remove the center rail you do get these holes in the ties, unfortunately, but that's a byproduct of removing the rail. The tie spacing is fairly far apart here, and the ties themselves are fairly large as well, but this track is very durable and it makes your job easy. You just throw it on the floor or the ground and you've got your layout going. And back here, hiding near the farm, is the Atlas O concrete tie track, which is extremely nice, particularly if you're doing high-speed rail modeling or something that runs on concrete ties. Not too many people use this, but this is a flex piece of track. You can't buy the sectional pieces. Now I'm going to take these away and show you the more modern pieces of track. The next one is Lionel Fast Track, which you're probably familiar with. This one is very realistic looking in that the ties are very accurately sized and the spacing is also very good. And this has been proven to operate real well and it's very durable. This is very popular track now since Lionel came out with it a couple of years ago. And to compare to the MTH, it's very similar, except that the tie sizes are quite a bit different, as you can see, and the spacing as well, and the color of the road bed. And next we have 2 pieces of track that I consider the flagship for realism. We have MTH scale tracks, which is very realistic in that the tie sizes are correct. The spacing is a little bit bigger than would be to scale, but it's not too noticeable, and it has a very low profile, as they claim in their catalog. It doesn't sit very tall. Ties and rails are very low to the ground, which is nice. And then my favorite, which is Atlas O track, and I've even put it on a little piece of road bed here. Basically, it has correct tie size, correct tie spacing, and the colors of the rail and ties come out nice after you paint them. I've added some colored ballast in between here so that it gives it a nice realistic look. But this is my personal favorite, with MTH scale tracks being a close second. As you can see, the difference is the tie spacing is a little bit different, and the profile of Atlas is a little bit taller as well. You can see it sticks up, ties and rails are a little bit taller, but who wouldn't want to lay out with track like that? And finally, we'll talk about the paint here. I've been using this Ace Hardware Chesterfield F58 paint. You put 2 coats on the rails and it really gives it a nice deep rich brown. And I've also been using the Americana Dark Chocolate to paint the ties. Gets rid of that shiny plastic look and makes it much more realistic. Okay, thanks for watching.